It's Tigs tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sorry, I had it muted. What is going on? Tigs, Wigs, happy Tuesday night. We've got an exciting little show in store for you tonight, from the Gulf of America making waves on Google Maps to the latest buzz around Ticketmaster, even another plane crash. There's a lot to talk about, so it's going to be a fun night. I think I'm going to be solo tonight, but you never know. I know Blasey isn't going to be able to make it tonight. We'll see if JR shows up. Hopefully he does. We'll see what happens. I posted, speaking of Blasey, I posted on our YouTube today a video that he made. It's awesome too. It's in 4K and he did a great job. It's the 30th anniversary party with Dreg Clampett and Sam Bush, the 30th anniversary party of the Red Bar in Santa Rosa Beach there along 30A. And man, there's some good jams. So if you like some picking and grinning, go check that out. There's some good stuff. They've been around a long time. Blasey is a monster fan of them. I'm not a huge bluegrass guy, but I like their stuff, and they just they jam. Red Bar's always a great scene as well. So go check that out. Also, it's in our Tigs Wigs HQ group on Facebook. Join us over there. Several of the guys and ladies that are in the chat are keeping it rolling over there. So come on in. The water is fine, as Blasey likes to say. A little housekeeping here at the top of the show. Tomorrow night, the boys and I are scheduled to record a show around 6:30 or so, and it could go long. It's a good one. We've got a good guest. We've got a good guest, and I'm just not going to give it away as much as I freaking want to tell y'all who it is. Can't jinx it. So we have a big guest coming on tomorrow night. It may go a little long, so just to give ourselves a cushion, I don't want to try to rush them out just so we can go live. So what I'd rather you guys do, tomorrow night at 7:30, we have a brand new TV show on Right Now TV. So you can go, if you're not able to get it over the air, you can go on the website, watch it from there. You can download it if you have Roku, Apple TV. They have an app. Download it. Right Now TV at 7:30 p.m. Central. It's a show that I did a couple weeks ago with Austin Dennis, and it was super fun. Keeping the two of us wrangled in and on topic without just wandering off into left field. Tough to do, but it was a structured TV show, so I kept it in line and kept it going. But he always, as he always does, shared some fascinating stuff with us in there, and just that dude's like an onion. You just keep peeling back layers, and I love that dude. Love working with him. In fact, next Wednesday, I'm going to, as of now, we're scheduled to shoot some content with Austin and with our friend Gabby. They're going to make some type of a gravy or something. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but they're shooting it, helping them shoot it, and just being behind the scenes, and hopefully get to take some of whatever it is that they cook back home and maybe even show y'all on here that night. We'll see. But, man, that's the housekeeping here at the top of the show. Let me see who is in here with us. What is going on? Jason Hilton. What is up? Paul Rodgers, what is happening, brother? What is happening? T-Wayne Foster, what's going on? T-Wayne, what's happening? So, yeah, we got that going on. Slow night in here tonight. That's okay. Y'all share this. Hit the like button. Get some people in here and get it rocking and rolling. I think Dark Match Steve may have a show going on right now as well. So there's probably some folks over there watching that, and that is no big deal. And I did just see I skimmed through the Bubba exclusive, the BARP documentary, the BARP movie 2025. Doesn't look like we made it, which is fine with me. I never did an interview or anything. I kind of just hung out in the shadows, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I was just happy to be there. That's all. Just happy to freaking be there. Let's kind of dive into some of this stuff that I have on the agenda tonight. And some of this stuff was news yesterday, but just never really got a chance to cover it last night. It's covering the Super Bowl and then all of that amazing, amazing food that I got to eat, and I'm still trying to freaking work off from from the Blind Cajun Cooks. Amazing, amazing anything over rice event, but the Gulf of America, the name change, it was official. It's been made official. If you saw the thumbnail for this show, you you saw pretty much everything that I'm going to talk about in this one. That was a fun little quick thumbnail to make, but the background of it, the Gulf of America. I'm thinking, should we make some t-shirts? Should I make a Gulf of America t-shirt? Would you guys be interested in that? Let us know. Shoot us a message. If you're watching this later, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And what do y'all think? What do you think about the Gulf of America? I know it seems to be a divisive issue. Somebody I saw some social media, it was a storm chaser that I follow. They said something like they're not ever going to call it the Gulf of America or whatever. They're just kind of making that stand, and lost a bunch of followers because of it. And then it goes the opposite way too. Like, well, that's what it's called now on Google, got to call it the Gulf of America. And it's so silly, but whatever. Paul Rodgers says, yes, to Gulf of America. Okay. All right. I will see if I can find something that's, honestly, if I can design it, it's got to be pretty easy. Just letters. But I'm going to get creative. I'm still I've got to work on these jogging pants. I've had a request for that for the ladies, a couple of requests actually. Once I mentioned it, they were like, "Oh, well, yeah, I will buy some of those." So, got a lot of work on stuff to do, guys. Y'all bear with me. We're just trying to push the needle forward, move this thing, mover forward. Let me check before I dive in just to make sure I'm not blocking and covering up JR or anybody. If y'all hop in, let me know. Did y'all see? I'm sure that you did. I'm sure that y'all saw this. That this plane crash. It was Vince Neil, Motley Crue's Vince Neil plane. He was not on it, but it came in and hit another plane landing, and it killed the pilot, unfortunately. But just another plane crash. Check this out. Just watch this. Jeez. You got to wonder what the heck happened. What the heck happened? Obviously, something catastrophic. Couldn't slow down, looks like. I just don't know. I know that they'll definitely be investigating that, but that's terrible. Just another terrible thing in aviation. It's like everything's freaking falling out of the sky, or just insane, man. Insane what's been going on with all of that. I saw something interesting, something that I thought was kind of funny anyhow. The states with the most negative view of Taylor Swift. Oh, I know where I saw that at. Seth Money retweeted this, and he said, "Yeehaw, states with the most negative view of Taylor Swift based on geotagging with sentiment monitoring on X in the last 3 months. Number 1, negative view of Taylor Swift, Mississippi. Number 2, Louisiana. Number 3, West Virginia. Number 4, South Carolina. Number 5, Arkansas. Are you sensing a trend here? Number 6, Alabama. Number 7, Georgia. Number 8, North Carolina. Number 9, Florida. And number 10, Texas. Wonder what there is that's all the same there. So that's interesting. I don't know. I just found it interesting with, of course, her getting booed. We talked a little bit about that last night, just the backlash from some of that stuff. So I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting. Do you think her popularity really varies that much across different states? I don't know. Paul Rodgers says it's all across the South. Yep, it sure is. And you know, wonder if somehow or another maybe she alienated some of these folks at some point in time. But yeah, you just never know. You just never know. I don't know if y'all saw this. Did you see Elon Musk changed his Twitter handle name today, at least for a while. It has changed back now to well, I'm gonna let her say it. I think it's hilarious.
Now, the disruptor in chief, Elon Musk, who apparently has adopted the alias, at least he changed his social media handle to Harry Balls, tweeted this morning, "Democracy in America is being destroyed by judicial coup. An activist judge is not a real judge." And as now,
the disruptor in chief. It's fun. Really, just CNN looks to have gone just headfirst into, like, it's all Trump and all Elon, but they are really just trying to take Elon down for whatever. I found it hilarious that he would do that. I don't know. I mean, if you're a serious stockholder of Tesla and things like that, man, you know, you don't really like to see your CEO doing that. Some of those big wigs do, but you have to think also got a little bit used to seeing that over the course of the last several years. You know, he just does stuff like that. Freedom, total freedom of speech, but it was hilarious to get to see that he did that and they had to read it. They didn't have to read it, though. You know, they didn't really have to read that. They could have read it just as Elon Musk and shown it. But what do y'all think about that? Do you y'all think it's funny whenever public figures like him do this stuff? How do you think the media should handle it? I don't know. I think it's just always something with that dude. He is just wide open. I don't know how he has enough time in the day to just continuously poke the bear at everything, get all this stuff done, have all of the, I don't know how that dude does it. I don't know how he sleeps and gets it all done. I mean, I struggle to get a podcast out, for God's sakes. This guy could put somebody on the moon and he's going to put somebody on Mars. He's going to put somebody on Mars, even more importantly. So, yeah, Paul Rodgers says it's funny. The Musk name. It is hilarious. It is hilarious. Don't know if y'all saw this, but I had to put it in our thumbnail tonight because I just thought it was hilarious. And we've had Bowser on here, who kind of went through and, you know, got a little bit of, we got on because of some of that stuff with the UFOs and all with Miss Lauren Boebert. But apparently, as you can see, there's no music playing. It's just no audio, but you can see Miss Lauren here is mesmerized by the rock. Look at her. Oh, yeah. And then who's that? None other than Tony Hinchcliffe, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Hinchcliffe would kill Tony, one of the funniest people on the face of this earth, 100%. So, yeah, you can just see Lauren is enamored with Kid Rock. Just flat out enamored. And that's pretty much, I don't know who that dude is, but that's pretty much all that they show. But they saw apparently her and Kid Rock left this Trump party at 2:30 a.m. and they were getting cozy in a cab together. So play on, Kid Rock. Play on. What is up, Shannon's Butcher Block? What is going on, buddy? Good to see you. I know you saw that video that I reposted on Facebook with Farm to Fire's burnt ends all done in a pot. Good Lord, dude. Just so you know what they did, they did whatever their good juices is, sugar, all that stuff in that pot. They drizzled it with something else and honey. Oh, unbelievable. And shout out to Shannon. Y'all go to my Facebook, check it out. Go to Shannon's Butcher Block. Go check out his. He's got a commercial now. It looks good. You can totally see some of the fine wares that Mr. Shannon at Shannon's Butcher Block is serving up. So go check them out and go support that. Speaking of support, who dat, baby? My Saints have hired a coach. Finally, I didn't know what the heck was going to happen with this. Start to get a little concerned, and it was like, if you didn't get Kellen Moore, then what are we going to do at this point? They got Kellen Moore. They locked him down. Philly's offensive coordinator, just won the Super Bowl. Up and comer. I love it. I love the hire. I was surprised that Jerry Jones and Dallas didn't get him, honestly. But what I hope happens with him, we got to give him time. Next year's going to be terrible. I'm hoping that we get rid of Derek Carr, honestly, wouldn't stick with Spencer Rattler, draft some help, and just begin to totally rebuild, because that's what we need to do. If you're a Saints fan, like, I'm fine with going 2-15 next year. I don't want to do that, but if that's ripping the Band-Aid off, cleaning house, starting this over to really start to build it the way he wants to build it, then let's do it. They got to get the salary cap issues down, all of that type of stuff. I think that's a reason why some folks were not wanting to take it on. So we got to give them time, but I really like the hire. I like it a heck of a lot better than I did whenever the Saints hired Dennis Allen. And I need to get my good buddy, Mr. EC, the Eunice Cattleman, a.k.a. David Ware, on here. I need to get Dave back on. He's always a hoot, and we've had some good shows, especially talking about the Saints and golf. And golf is about to pick up. Golf is picking up. So we need to get him in here and talk about some of that stuff. Mack'em, smack'em, doo-doo. What is going on, dude? What is up? Yeah, Derek Carr was meh when he was with the Raiders, and he's been meh since he's been with the Saints. And I was really hoping that he was going to come to New Orleans and just somehow miraculously shine. That has not happened, and I don't think it is going to happen. So we'll see. But encouraging to have a good young coach. First gig. He's young. It's crazy. He's watching him play football. He and Derek Carr went head-to-head in a bowl game. I think it was 2011. He and Kellen Moore and them just smoked them like 57-7, 52-7, something crazy. So, he's already got one up on Derek Carr. But crazy that they're the same age. This dude's going to be the head coach in the National Football League. Just wild. And still in some other football news, I didn't mention it last night, but I think they showed a commercial I'm pretty sure they showed a commercial during the Super Bowl, but girls flag football is going to probably happen in Louisiana. It's close to becoming a sport, an official sport. They have signed bill and legislation and all that stuff that it can be. There's over 100 schools that are interested in doing that. I think it'd be great. It's a way for women to be introduced and to play football, without all of the rigmarole of just getting crushed and having to wear pads and all of that. Flag football is a lot of fun. I've never really played it, but I know it's fun to watch, and it looks like fun. When we played football, and Shannon can attest for this, and so can Terry, we played in my front yard, and little old Florine, sometimes it was 8-on-8. We have had an 11-on-11. We did not play with pads. We had a lot of fun. In fact, we had to stop because somebody decided to wear cleats, metal cleats, spikes to this game. And, of course, what do you think happens? Somebody gets gashed, had to go get stitches, all of that stuff. It's just unbelievable. We never got sued or anything. People got injured. Fights happened. Fantastic time. So flag football would have been a little bit safer had we played that, is kind of what I'm getting at. And they do a lot more of that these days than whenever I was growing up. So fun stuff. The Super Bowl, the ratings have started to come in, and there were 126 million viewers across all platforms. including broadcast TV, streaming, and apps, which is a 2% increase over last year. So I found that interesting, especially with as poor of a game as it was. They said that it peaked at about 135.7 million people around the 8 p.m. and 8:15 time slot, which is kind of in the middle of the second quarter. Tubi, which you could watch it for free on, they earned the honors of hitting a record high viewership with over right at almost 14 million, 13.6 million viewers watch Tubi, which that's awesome. Awesome for Tubi. I don't know what's going to happen with them, but obviously they're trying to really form Tubi into something, which is cool. It has some good entertainment. It's free. You know, there is some good stuff on Tubi, no doubt. What is up, Amber? What is going on? It is good to see you. Good to see you and your hats. I wish I had a picture I could put the that you sent me of your hats. Thank you for ordering them. They look good. The camo, I love it. I love it. I want to show this because I'm sure y'all have seen and heard Aaron Rodgers had to fly to New York just so they could fire him, which I find fitting. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I am certainly not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I know JR likes him and all that, but I'm not. And it just reminded me, I wonder who could have ever called Rodgers and Devontae Adams. That little marriage just did not work out at all. And I don't think there's a better way to sum up what the heck happened than this play. I think he should retire. I mean, I think he's a mess. Honestly, I don't like to use the word, the word that I want to say, but I think he's one of those people on. And he is. So just now I think I have to just pray that for some reason he doesn't end up on the Saints. Oh, my Lord, that would be terrible for me. It really, 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 really would. So who do you think's going to replace him? You think he's going to retire? I'm just wondering. I think that, I don't know, is today the day? I know he goes on McAfee on one of these days, and I'm not sure if it's today or what, but I haven't seen much from today if he went on there. But who do you think's going to replace him in New York, number one? That's going to be interesting. Does he go anywhere or does he retire? What do you think? What do you think will happen? Oh, Amber says that you sent me one on message. Awesome, thank you. I'll have to I'll show it tomorrow. I'm not going to pull up my messenger because, Lord, there's no telling what all's in that, and it's always crazy, but I love it. I don't know if I doubt y'all have seen this. I saw this just before we went live. Patrick Mahomes' dad. There's some language in this, so kiddos, everybody listening, there's some language. Need to be careful here. But John Rocker confronts Patrick Mahomes Sr. Let's see how this goes down.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I can't understand them. I could understand a few cuss words in there, but beyond that, I couldn't really understand exactly what the heck they were saying. But then here I saw this response just right after.
I talked about the rumor.
Yeah.
Former baseball player.
Yeah, so you're on it with your rumor.
Former Atlanta Braves.
Yeah,
pitcher?
you're on it. You're dead on it.
Is it official yet?
That's why I don't know. That's why I don't want the paperwork to get ripped up. I think it is.
So where does it stand right now?
I believe we have a signed agreement for Mahomes Sr. to fight John Rocker in Rough and Rowdy.
There you go. So I think this whole deal is flat out I think it's pretty obvious. This whole deal was a work, 100%. That didn't feel real natural to me, the whole confrontation on Bourbon Street or whatever. He just comes out of there, and number one, old John Rockers, he's swole. That dude's bowed up. He lives in the Florida Panhandle. Blasey has occasionally seen him and has talked about potentially may be able to get him on the show somehow, some way. I mean, that could be interesting. I think that we're probably a little beneath him, but I don't know if maybe we're a little above John Rocker. I don't know. But what do y'all think? You think that was a work? I believe 100% that was a work. Amber says that she's gotten so many compliments on her hat. Get you one of those hats. Go to tigsbits.com and go get you one. You can design it basically in multiple different camos and colors and all kinds of stuff, and I love it. Our good buddy Mr. Jesse at Stubborn Pride Hats. Yes, sir. Give them support. They have other cool hats in there too. We're not alone. Get you a Austin Dennis hat. Get you some hats. Denmark, there's been a petition going around that's catching the attention of both Californians and some Danes alike. There's a petition going around that they're wanting to, Denmark's wanting to buy the state of California for $1 trillion. All of this, of course, is just some harmless back and forth with President Trump because of him wanting to buy the interest in purchasing Greenland, and Denmark not interested in having that kind of a conversation. So it's just like a little dumb petition that they've signed over there. But still, I find it kind of funny. It's just what it is. But I think $1 trillion is probably a little bit low for California, even though some may disagree. $1 trillion? No. $10 trillion? Maybe fix our entire budget, lose California? I'm cool with that. Paul says it is a work. No doubt. There's no doubt. Did y'all see Anna Paulina Luna had her press conference today, and she's going to lead. She's been chosen to lead the task force on the declassification of the JFK assassination, the Epstein client list, Martin Luther King, all of that stuff. So she gave a great, I saw some of the press conference. I didn't have enough time to get any clips or anything from it. You can go back and watch it, but she gave she did a good press conference, a lot of questions asked. I think it's going to be awesome. It's just another step that we're taking to get in that direction of we're finally going to know a little bit about everything that's been going on finally. So that is nice. So hopefully we get some full answers. And then I'm going to end it tonight with let me get this pulled up because I just kind of want to talk about it. It was fun to do, and I don't know if everybody fully got what I was doing, but I'm sure that most of y'all have seen this parody video that I made with Austin Dennis, and but I don't know if you saw Austin's original video, so I'm going to play them both. I've got them both side by side, Austin's, then mine, and then I'm going to talk about the insanity of why I did some of the things that I did with it. So enjoy.
We want to save this one. Let's make some Super Bowl dip. What the hell is going on, y'all? And yeehaw from South Louisiana. To start out with our Super Bowl dip, we got a super big container of sour cream, 3 pounds to be exact. Trust me. 1 pound of cooked breakfast sausage. We cooked up 1 whole pack of bacon. We're just gonna crumble it up in the bag. Makes it easier than cutting it. In with the bacon. 1 can of mild rotel drain. About 1/3 cup of chopped green onion. 1 pack of Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning mix. Use whatever your favorite rub is. I'm gonna use my nice and slow barbecue rub as much as you want. 8 ounces of mild cheddar cheese. Don't start complaining saying it's not fresh cheese. I don't give up yet. Get that all mixed together good. Once we've got it all mixed, we're gonna dust the top with my barbecue rub. Super Bowl dip. Now that's good shit.
You're going to want to try this. What the hell is going on, y'all? Today, we're going to be making Austin Dennis's viral Super Bowl dip. Now, what you going to do? You're going to put in a bunch of sour cream. Got 1 whole pan here of breakfast sausage. Got 1 pound crisp bacon. Next up, we're going to put in our can of Rotel, drained. Next up, get you about 1/3 cup green onions. Then you're going to get you a packet of mild cheddar cheese. I know what you're saying, but that's not fresh cheese. Oh, it's fresh enough. Now you're going to put you a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch in there. Next up, you're going to put whatever rub you want to use. Since I'm out of Austin Dennis's rub, I'm going to use this Harmony barbecue rub. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to stir it up. Next up, going to sprinkle a little of that Farm to Fire Booyah on the top. Now that's good dip. That was so freaking fun to make. So here's what happened. As you can see, he's wearing a cowboy hat, which I find hilarious to begin with. Knowing Austin, just haven't seen him in a cowboy hat that often. So that's the first idea. That was the first thought that rolled through my head of, well, I have this hard hat over here that's just on display and I used to wear to football games a lot. And in fact, last night hanging out with my neighbors, I have a little note written down. I could probably do a whole show on the things that hard hat has seen and done. It's a legendary hard hat. So number 1, no cowboy hat. I don't own one, but I put the old hard hat on. That was fun. Had my wife filming it. Hey, Tammy, I see that you're in here. She filmed it from start to finish. I'd already prepped some the bacon and the sausage. She cut the green onion, so I just had it ready to go. And I decided I'm not going to make this video. It's just that's silly. I don't know if people will get it. And then I said, let's just cut it anyhow. Let's just do it. It's not going to take long. It's from start to finish. 50 minutes, I think, is the total amount of time I spent on that. I think 50 minutes from filming it, editing it, putting it out. And I don't think I'll ever do a video that easy ever again. I don't want to pigeonhole myself and just do that type of stuff, but it was freaking fun. And I think I'm going to have to do another parody at some point in time. Not now, but the wheels are already kind of starting to turn a little bit. Maybe not Austin. I don't know. We'll just see what I get inspired from. But I'd asked Austin, we were texting about some stuff, and I said, hey, dude, what is an easy dip that I can make that won't take me too long that I can take to the Super Bowl party? And he said, well, you need to make my Super Bowl dip that I just did a video on. It is good. It is good. And I went, all right. Yeah, I watched the video and I went, oh, yeah, that does look good. And it was freaking fantastic. And what's so awesome with that Cajun 180, that Harmony rub, that barbecue rub, is it tastes like, and as Dave Hewlin said on the show, it almost tastes like Lay's potato chips in a sense. It's just got that good flavor. So that on top of that dip was just money. And I wish I'd have had some of Austin's. I just had his any reason seasoning. You want a little sweetness with that. So anyhow, that's the behind the scenes on that. I wanted to get that out. And that's all I got for tonight, guys. So again, we're not going to go live tomorrow night. No live. We will be back on Thursday live once again, and hopefully may even have a little clip. I'm hoping, no promises, but hopefully have a little clip from our interview that we're going to do tomorrow night. So with all of that said, I hope everybody has a great evening. See you Thursday.
It's Tigs tonight.